While I worked nights to pay tuition, my brother cruised around in a new truck bought with my college fund. Now we have the house, and my parents pay $1,800 a month to stay. Start. I didn't plan revenge the night I found the insurance papers on the dining table. I only planned to breathe. My hands were still shaking from a 12-hour graveyard shift at the warehouse, palms blistered, spine tight, steel-toed boots throbbing against my heels. I'd been working nights just to scrape through tuition, barely keeping my eyes open in class. And there they were, my parents, laughing, carefree, passing around the registration for my brother's brand new truck. A truck bought with my college fund, the fund I was told had run out, the fund I lost sleep over, the fund I blamed myself for losing. They didn't know I was home early, and they didn't know I heard everything. It burns when I think about the old days, before the lies, before the casual cruelty hidden behind family decisions. My brother, Daniel, was the golden one, the one who needed support, the one whose mistakes were just phases. They gave him the easy path, sports scholarships he squandered, side jobs he quit, girlfriends he cheated on. He walked through life like he owned gravity. But he was still my brother. I still covered for him, still shared my food, my room, my silence. I guess betrayal always hits hardest from the ones you defend. They didn't even bother hiding it. "It's only fair," my mom had said, her voice soft but sharp. "He has real potential, honey. He needs the help more." My father sighed. "She'll manage. She always does. She'll manage." Just 3 words. That was the moment the floor stopped feeling like a floor. I stepped back from the hallway, slow, measured, like my bones had turned into something colder than anger. Daniel bragged about the truck for weeks, chrome rims, new stereo, leather seats. He called it an upgrade. My upgrade was working overtime until my eyes bled. Pain transformed into something steadier, something useful, a blueprint. Revenge isn't rage. Rage is a whisper. I started with facts, numbers, property records. My parents' house was almost paid off, but not quite. There was a remaining balance they pretended didn't exist. I studied the mortgage. I studied their credit. I studied every financial crack they ignored. Then I studied my brother. His bad habits weren't inconveniences. They were leverage. Unpaid tickets, maxed out credit cards, an investment opportunity that smelled like fraud from miles away. I didn't confront. I calculated. I saved every extra dollar from every brutal night shift. I bought books on property law. I learned how to file claims, how to transfer deeds, how to spot loopholes in loan agreements. 3 years. 3 years of silence, discipline, and the kind of patience only betrayal can teach. By the time I graduated, without their help, I was ready. First, I bought the remaining balance of their mortgage, legally, quietly, through a third-party entity. They didn't even realize the bank had transferred it. Second, I waited, because timing is everything. When my father missed a payment, just one, the late fee triggered a clause I knew existed, a clause they never read. I bought the lien. I gained control. Daniel was drowning in his own debt by then. I just provided the final drop. He needed money fast. I offered a loan, under a different name, through a different channel, secured by the only asset he had. His portion of the house inheritance he assumed was guaranteed. He signed it without reading. He never did read. Then came the final step. I initiated foreclosure proceedings. Not against the home, against their ownership of it. The day of the auction, I walked in wearing the same steel-toed boots I once came home in, exhausted and invisible. This time, I wasn't invisible. I bought the house, in cash. Years of blood and nights and sacrifice had turned into something tangible, ownership. We sat at the same dining table where they'd laughed about the truck. Same chairs, same light. different power. My father looked at the papers. This has to be a mistake. My mother blinked fast, the way she did when she was trying not to panic. What does this mean? Daniel was red, part anger, part embarrassment. You tricked us. I leaned back, calm, steady. I didn't trick you. You signed everything willingly. I just stopped letting you sign things over me. My mother whispered, "But the house?" "It's mine now," I said, "legally, fully." Silence. Heavy. Violent. Then I placed the final document on the table. A rental agreement. "You can stay," I said, "if you want. $1,800 a month, due on the 1st. Daniel shoved his chair back, muttering curses, but they weren't aimed at me. No, he finally saw the shape of the hole he'd dug himself. My father's voice cracked. "We're your parents." "And I was your child," I said. "We all make choices." They pay the rent on time now, every month, never late. Daniel moved into a cramped apartment across town. The truck got repossessed. He blames bad luck. He still doesn't understand how much of his life was built on taking, how much of mine was built on surviving. Some nights I pass by the house I own, and see my parents' silhouettes through the living room window. They look smaller now, or maybe I just finally see them clearly. Revenge didn't give me joy, it gave me balance. And balance is better, because now, when I breathe without shaking.